Set number 1 underway. Italy on the left side of your screen in the white, taking on Korea on the right side in the blue, and there's some speed added immediately to the offense.
So that defense has to make sure that they're staying back and ready for those balls going over the block.
As tough as she is in the front court, equally from the service line, and that's a perfect example of how difficult it is to do that pass to attack.
Especially because Korea's undersized, they need to know how big the Italian block is, and they're finding very deliberate and concise in what he was saying so that it can be translated very quickly. So you see him say one sentence at a time, giving clear direction to his players.
I feel like that probably improves you as a coach as well. You can just hang in the air over the blocker. Now it's Korea who's off the net, which means block is looking good for Italy. 2 tall hands, 4 tall hands. It's been a long season professionally for a lot of these players, playing Champions League and just finishing recently, so they'll want to keep them as tired as possible. Long rallies help with that. So sneaks another one by. Something that Korea keeps in mind, not to swing into the bottom of it. Again, swing off hands, good hustle from the Italian side. Rip long and deep, and that's something Korea does really well, is find those pockets in the corner. All things leading to speed on Korea's side. Solid serve down the middle. Gradi again fires one cross court, and the block will not stop. Omurui, welcome to the party. Praksara subbed in to serve. She's pushing on Omurui on the outside. Malawal, let him know.
It's no let up. She's taking some really big rips out there, finding the floor.
Serving for the set. Tight, handled well by Omurui on the other side. And too little on it. The point goes back to Italy. Some strengths of theirs being speed. Set number 2 now underway, but there's the speed of Italy. And again, you know Italy's feeling good when they get their middle build.
So they have something to rely on. They have the ability to maybe sit a few players if they need to as well.
Sitting a few, one of them being Monica De Gennaro, their libero. 2022, certainly someone that Korea can rely on, can look to get some point scores running. Oro goes back to the middle. So he, again, out of system. That ball from behind her, cannot overestimate how hard that is to swing at. Good push through the middle. Lee Da-yeon.
Coming off of an Olympic gold medal, they're really hitting it from the jump and really want to get that lead, so maybe they can slightly let up closer to the VNL finals when they will probably be in it, as they are the #1 team in the world. They have it coming in with the top group.
Interesting to see how all the coaches look differently at this VNL. We talked a little bit about USA having that 82 kilometers an hour, that spike. Oro with ball in hand, and you know what that means. Makalor finds the libero. Good defense in the backcourt. Here comes Iganu with a rip. Cross court, great pickup by Korea. Chance again, Oro's out of it. Stepping in to set is the middle blocking hands. Clean, and rally continues. Italy in the block again, and still Korea are going. Iganu doing free ball duty, and Degradi on the final touch. Korea trying to give themselves an edge here, but it's Iganu again at the line, and she keeps dropping it short, just takes the wind out of it. Persino on the tip, and Iganu gets the right side, slap down the line, clean as a whistle.
Right down the line, putting it on the sideline. This set in the perfect location to allow her to do so.
Over here to Italy as well. Giovannini subbed in on the serve. Nice pickup, but point going to Korea. Omori back to serve again. It's 21-12 for Italy. Good work by Korea to get quickly out of that rotation. Been playing in Hill State since 2017 in Korea. That's Giovannini on the floor, and there's that quick rip through the middle again. Even moving, Oro is so consistent.
And the setter, as the setter moves forward, middle still stays in that same spot, and Oro puts it in a beautiful position going back.
Reach she has, her skills, in addition to just clever choices. Set point for Italy. Giovannini pops one high, and it's again Igonu to close the door. And that will do when they're playing a team like Korea, who's ranked number 36 in the world compared to. Need to change something up here. Italy looking to close the door with one more set. It is set number 3. With Omori on that first serve. But the first point does indeed go Korea's way. 5th point so far. Back to serve. Pressure on Fersino. Still in play if you're Italy, though, looking for a touch. Giovannini asking for it.
Yeah, and that target and pressure comes from playing great and being the defending VNL and Olympic champions. That's what happens. Pressure follows that when you're having getting punched, maybe being in a side-out situation, losing a few points in a row. They never look phased.
Still not phased, even though Korea's stepping on the gas. Chance again, another opportunity had to be taken. You just don't get double opportunities.
With a lot more fire, we're seeing them cheer a lot more. Of course, that comes when you're putting together strings of points, but you can see the confidence really building.
Killer staying in it. Champions League silver medalist this year with Scandici. Big block, that'll do nicely for Italy. Whole match long.
Not budging.
But there's that 3%, you're right.
3% is a percent.
There we go, Korea's grabbing onto that 3% with some passion on the outside.
And not allowed a really good fast tempo attack from the outside. Difficult to get better, but if you're continually playing, Olympians and world champions, you're gonna eventually get a lot better, a lot quicker.
I think you mentioned it, iron sharpens iron was your expression.
Yep. Exactly what they've got in Italy.
Korea trying to find something past this ironclad team, and eventually a monster block.
Finding a way to shut down Italy. It hasn't been too effective. That's a great setup and a good put down.
First block of the night, you called it, compared to 8 on Italy's side. Still no aces yet. Italy has 4. All areas of the game functioning, and especially that arm right there, deep into the corner.
Shows off the range that Paolo Igonu has. We've seen the sharp cut shot. We've seen the line shot. That's the best shot that you can have as a pitcher.
To your point that if there is a translation, there's no point in saying, let's go team, and have that be translated. You should really be giving information, which he did.
Yeah, there's no, we need to pick it up. Like, yeah, they know.
Yeah.
What can we do to pick it up that you're seeing off the court?
Korea down 12-16. Looking to close the door here. A tight set from Camby. Good save off the net. Swing from So Young. That doesn't go down. But that one will do nicely. Malual finding the honeypot.
Look how impressive this set is. Camby's moving all the way forward. You never know that that ball was going to the right side, and she has.
The setter from the end line on the serve. What a fast arm from Omori.
I've been so impressed. Nice job taking charge in a role that she doesn't normally have. You don't see her start a lot for this team. Oftentimes she's coming off of the bench, but she's doing.
Danese on the serve. Good swing. That one's lifted up easily by Oro. Out of system play. And Igonu into hands. Stays on her side. One more chance. A little higher that time. Is the captain who's pulled way inside. That's a tough one.
That is so difficult to get a piece of that block as well. I mean, who's getting past that? Come on.
Absolutely.
So well defended, though.
Unlucky. But Italy, they'll take that and they will run with it.